Hey, what's up guys? It's NashCrafter and welcome to my channel for a build tutorial. So today I'm going to be showing you 4 roof designs in Minecraft that I think are absolutely gorgeous. They're a little bit different, a little bit unique, and I think that they're really cool to add to your Minecraft world if you're looking to spice up your roof design a little bit. If you want to do something different, I think these are 4 great roofs for that. They range from really easy to a little bit more complicated, and I hope you guys really enjoy these. These are some of my favorite roofs to do, have become some of my favorite roofs to do. So without further ado, let's hop right in and let's get started because we got a lot to do and a lot to talk about, and I have a lot to show you. So here we go. Alright, so before we get started with the actual tutorial, I do want to just show you guys what our base is going to be. Now, you can build these on pretty much anything you would like, but I'm going to be starting out with a 15 by 15 box. So let me show you guys a little overhead view here. 15 by 15 box. And another thing I recommend when doing roofs, pretty much any roof I would say, is try to build on an odd number. So that means we're going to have a center point. Having a center point is really nice when you're doing roofs. Just a little handy tip that I recommend. You don't have to, of course, but it's just something that I like to keep in mind when doing roofs. So I thought I would mention it. So really quickly, I am just going to build our box up so that we have something to actually build these roofs on. I'll be right back with you guys after that and we'll start the first roof. Alright guys, so I got my big 15 by 15 by 5 box built up. So it is 5 tall. Just so you guys know, if you want to recreate this or if you want to build kind of a house with the same dimensions using the same roof. Now, of course, you can adapt these to be different sizes. You'll just have to play around with it, but I wanted to give you guys a base to go off of with this tutorial. So let's get started with our first roof. We're going to be using dark oak for this, and I just grabbed everything of the dark oak variety. So we're going to start off by going to the very edge of our box. And we are going to start right on this corner block here, and we're going to put a right side up stair, not a slab, a right side up stair. Then we're going to create an overhang by coming out by one, just doing the stair the same exact way, flipping around to the other side, putting an upside down stair, flipping around to the other side, putting a right side up stair, flipping around to the other side, putting a upside down stair, a right side up stair, and then we're going to go one more time with an upside down stair right on the other side. So this is going to create kind of a stair step effect. We're going to go up by 3. We've got 1, 2, 3 stairs. So then right on that stair that we just placed, we're going to put a slab. Then going over to the right side, we're going to put another slab. Then we're going to put a slab on top of that. Moving over to the right, on top of that, over to the right, on top of that, over to the right, on top of that. So we kind of have this shape going. It creates this nice arch. It looks super cool. I don't normally think of this kind of roof, but it looks stunning. So now what we're going to do is we are actually going to meet these up in the middle by coming to the other side and adding a stair to that side right where we started, same as the other side. And again, we're just going to meet these up. So doing the same exact thing that we just did, doing a right side up stair, creating an overhang, coming to the other side, doing an upside down stair, right side up stair, coming to the other side, upside down stair, coming to the other side, right side up stair, until we have 3 stairs. So there's 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to do an upside down stair. Then on top of that, we're going to put a slab, going over to the left, slab, up slab, left slab, up slab, left slab, up slab, left slab, up slab. And they'll be pretty much close to meeting up right in the center. And then we're just gonna finish it off by putting a little half slab in the center there. So that is it. That's the roof. It makes this really cool arched roof. Again, normally I kind of think about going with just a pointy roof, something that comes to a direct point. I never think to arch it. And I think this is something that's really cool, and it's quite easy to do. So there we go, you guys. That looks amazing. So really quickly before we continue on with the tutorial, I just want to apologize for my voice. It sounds a little croaky in this video, and that is because I went and saw a theater play last night. I saw Wicked, and if you guys have ever seen Wicked, it's phenomenal, and I was screaming my lungs off. I was like screaming my lungs out because it was just so exciting and so fun. So I'm sorry if my voice is a little bit croaky. I'll try to keep drinking water to make sure it's not like that. But continuing on with the tutorial, because that's what we're here for. What we're going to do is we are going to so from this skeleton that we have here in the front, we're going to mimic this on the back side so that we have something to meet these two sides up with. So we've got the front side and the back side. We're just going to come over and do the exact same thing that we did on the front. I'm not going to explain this one because I did just explain it on the front to you guys, and I don't really feel the need, so we can just kind of go through this quickly, going all the way up, and this is just going to help us to match these lines up. So I highly recommend when you're doing this to make sure that you've got it exactly the same on both sides. That's going to save you time later, and then again you can just match them up and it makes it super easy. So we should be pretty much good to go. There we go, and we got a perfect match. So the next thing we can do is we can just come over and bring these directly across, and these are going to be the exact same on both sides, which will be great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this up, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's completely done. All of this is filled in, and then we'll move on to roof number 2. Another thing really quickly that I want to recommend when building out your skeletons, that's what I call them. I don't know if that's the best way to describe it, but I do call these skeletons when you kind of have a frame. I guess frame is probably the better word. I call it skeletons. I don't know, it's kind of fun. But anyway, when building out your skeletons so that they match up from side to side, I recommend keeping with the block that, whatever that block is. So this block here is a slab, so we're going to take slabs all the way over just to make it easy on ourselves. So the next block does happen to be a stair, so we're just going to follow this over with stair blocks, of course, so you don't get anything too different or too crazy. You know, you could use full blocks if you want to, but I just find that a little bit confusing sometimes. So again, I just recommend using whatever block it is. So here we go, guys. This is the finished roof. It is just a nice little arched roof. I think this would look great for anything like a barn and town builds. This would look amazing for anything out in sort of like a farming type of area. You could always switch out the blocks. You can add a trim, you can roughen it up a little bit if you want to go through, add some slabs, detail it how you would like, but this is just a starting point for you guys. I hope you guys really like this one because it's pretty simple and it does add just a little bit of character, and it just adds a little bit of interest if you're looking for something different. I will insert a picture here on the screen of exactly what the block placements are so that you guys can see them and kind of differentiate, because I know that when you see it from this view, it can be kind of hard to tell what is a slab and what's a stair, especially using the wood. And you can pause the video here if I went a little too fast or anything like that. So let's move on to roof number 2. Alright guys, so we are back with our next roof, roof number 2. This is going to be the Oriental style roof. This is one of my all-time favorites. This is gorgeous. I had no idea how to do this for the longest time, so I broke it down for myself, and now I want to break it down for you guys. The blocks that we're going to be using for this are smooth red sandstone in every variety, so slabs, full block stairs, and then we're going to go back in with our dark oak that we just had in the previous build. I really think this roof looks good when you add two tones, meaning you kind of have an accent color and then a main color. So I'll show you guys what I mean by this. So heading over to the side of our big box, same as we have been starting out, we are just going to take our slab block, our smooth redstone slab. The red is going to be our trim color, and we're going to place a slab there. We're going to pop it out by one, creating a overhang or a trim. So next thing we're going to do is go over by one slab. We're going to go up a slab, over a slab, up a slab, and then over a slab. So super, super simple there. And again, we should have 3 slabs. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to come to the top of the slab that we just placed, and we're going to put a stair block facing inward or facing towards the right side. If you're starting on the left side, of course. Then coming to the other side, we're just going to alternate doing upside down stair, going back to the top, right side up stair, upside down stair, right side up stair, upside down stair, right side up stair. Now going to the other side, I always like to kind of do half the roof and then meet them up in the center, so you can find that direct center. You don't get too carried away. You can directly meet them up better, I feel, when you start on one side, kind of go up a little ways, and then start on the other side, go up a little ways, and then just fill in what you need to. So starting from these 2 slabs here, we are going to pop one out to create an overhang. Then we're going to go over to the left, placing a slab, place a slab on top, place a slab to the left, place a slab on top, place it to the left, and that should be it. So you want to make sure you have 3 here. So 1, 2, and 3. Then doing the alternating stairs, right side up, upside down, right side up, upside down, right side up, upside down, right side up. So once you get to this point where they're almost touching, you have 2 stairs facing each other that are upside down, you're going to come in with your full block. You're going to place one on top and then another one on top on both sides. Then you're going to come in with your upside down stair block and place it right in between those so that it's facing you. And then on top, what we're going to do is we're going to place a full block in the center, come to either side, and place right side up stair blocks. Then coming to the top, we're actually going to flip our body around. We're going to place a backward stair. Then we're going to flip back around to the front, placing an upside down stair right off of that. This is going to create an overhang. And then we're going to come back around facing backwards, and we're going to place a backward stair just like so. So this is going to be the skeleton of our Oriental style roof. Now I love this. It starts out kind of low and then comes to a point in the center. Now, next thing we're going to do is we are going to just mimic that on the other side the way we did with the first one. So coming across, just adding a trim all the way around the edges. So then next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my dark oak, and as we talked about in the previous roof, we're going to go across and just fill in with the exact same block. So if it was a slab, we're going to fill it in with dark oak slabs. If it was a stair, we're going to fill it in with dark oak stairs. And this is going to add our main body color to our roof. So I'm going to do this really quickly. I'll come back with you guys once that is finished. All right, so the roof is almost done. There's just one finishing touch. I wanted to show you guys how I would do the top. I would come in with our accent block, our orange smooth red sandstone block, and I would just cap this off with this accent color. I think it looks really nice. It kind of, again, just trims the edge and gives it a little bit more color and more pop, the way that we did here on the bottom with the trim. So this is what roof number 2 looks like. Again, it's an Oriental kind of style roof. I think it's so gorgeous, and it just looks so nice. Now you can use any colors you want for this, any color variation. I think using prismarine as the accent block with some dark oak or spruce would look amazing too. And another thing that I wanted to show you guys, I'm going to pop it up on screen right now, is that you can actually duplicate the roofs onto the sides. So not only the front and the back of the build, but you could do it on either side, and it would kind of create this plus sign from the very top, and it looks super good. So that way you kind of have 4 roof arches instead of 2. But this is the roof all completed, so let's head on to roof number 3. All right guys, ready for roof number 3, and this is what I call the castle roof. So I think this looks really, really great if you are doing castles or building castles. And it's a very simple roof, but it looks awesome and it looks really detailed, but at the same time it's super simple. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do is we are actually going to come over to the top of one of the sides. We're going to take a accent colored block where, again, we're going to have an accent color block, whatever color you want, and a trim block. In this case, I'm using stone brick. So we're going to take our accent color and we're going to run this all the way along the side. Now you guys will see why this is starting out a little bit different than the other ones. We're going to come to the other side and do the exact same thing. Now you want to make sure that this is on top and it's sitting directly, you know, you don't want an overhang. You want it to be right on top. Next thing we're going to want to do is just stair step this up. So we're going to place a block to the left. We're going to place a block on top of that and then break it. So left, top, break. Left, top, left, top, break. Left, top, break. And then going over to the other side, we are going to do the same thing. We're going to go right, top, break. Right, top, break. Right, top, break. And this block here is basically just to be a placeholder because we are breaking it later. We don't need it there, so we're gonna break it. So right top break, right top break, right top break, left top break. So those meet up directly in the center. Now next thing we're gonna do is we are just gonna fill these in and connect them to the other side. So just coming straight along here like so, going like this. All right guys, so I matched all of the walls up just so we have just so we don't have a big hole in the build. So now we're going to add the trim. So we're going to take our stone brick and we are going to come over to the side right on the, in this case, yellow block. So this yellow block here, we're going to run the trim right along the edge. So we're going to place a block here on the side so you can see it's creating an overhang. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to follow this right up, placing blocks right on top of those accent colors, those yellow blocks that we have. So they're not right next to it, they're on top of it. So then coming over to the other side, we're going to do the same thing. Just follow this along the bottom. We're going to do this on both sides, the front and the back, just like so. So then once you've got that down, the next thing you're going to want to do is pop them out by 1. So anywhere you put stone brick, you're just going to want to add another layer of stone brick to create an overhang. So coming all the way down, just like so, it should look like that. Coming to the back, doing the exact same thing, we are just going to add stone brick over the edges. So then next thing we're going to do is we're going to add the detail, and this is what's really going to make it pop. This is what makes it look more intricate than it really is. We're going to come to the very top of the build. We're going to add a cobblestone wall, and this is going to create a spire. So a spire is like a little pointy thing on top of castles and things like that. Just add a little bit of detail and they look really nice. So alternating every other block, cobblestone wall, skip 1, cobblestone wall, skip 1, cobblestone wall, skip 1. Then on top of those cobblestone walls, we're going to add a spruce fence post just to add a little bit more to the spire, make it a little bit skinnier and come up and pop just a little bit more. I think that looks super cool. So it should look just like this. Now, of course, you want to come to the back and do the exact same thing, replicating this, alternating the little spire points on every other block here. Then going up with our spruce wood on top of those. And then another thing that I recommend doing is finding the center point. Again, why I recommend building in odd numbers is so that you always have a center point on both the front and the sides. So that's why we did 15 by 15. And we're just going to run these cobblestone blocks along the middle section. Again, this is just to add a little bit more detail. So there we go. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add spires to this as well. So starting on the bottom, alternating and skipping every other block until we get to this little top one here. Last but not least, we are going to grab out some spruce stairs, if I can find them. There we go. And then we are also going to grab some stone brick slabs. So one thing that I think looks really nice is to add a little bit of a transition here that covers up the colored accent block between whatever block you decide to actually make your building. So what we want to do is just cover that up with a slab, and that looks pretty nice. Another thing we can also do that's going to add just a little bit more support, make it look like this roof is supported, is to go underneath and add upside down stairs. So it looks like that part is kind of connected to the side of the wall. It looks really good. We can also add these to the front, curving that around. That looks pretty nice. Again, going to every side and just adding this. Last but not least, we are going to go and add a little accent block underneath all of these. I'm going to add spruce wood because it matches the top of the spires and just ties in that color a little bit. And we are going to want to cover up all these yellow blocks that are underneath here. They look a little weird. Again, it can look kind of funny if you have two stark colors right next to each other. So what we want to do is just come through and cover that up, and you'll want to do that on both sides. So it creates this. Now again, this is a really easy roof, but it looks a lot more intricate than it actually is because it's so detailed. But when we kind of do a 360, this is what it looks like. Oop, let me go and fill these in with stairs really quickly so we can actually get a good idea. This is what it looks like. I think it's a beautiful roof. Again, it looks great with castles. So if you're building a castle, this can really add a lot to it. So I hope you guys like this one. This was roof number 3. Now let's head on to roof number 4, which is the hardest roof of all in this video. Alright guys, we are ready for roof number 4. Now this is, as I just said, the hardest roof of them all. It's very intricate looking. It's pretty difficult, but once you break it down, again, it's really easy. So hopefully I can make this smooth, and I hope to see some of this roof design in some of your guys' build because it is awesome. It is seriously one of my favorite roof designs. It's really cool. So what we're going to use is we're going to be using brick stairs and stone brick stairs for this, and then also I got some red concrete as a placeholder block so that you guys can tell the difference between what we're doing, because again, this roof is kind of weird. But let's get this started. So let's head over to the right side, just going over here. We are going to add a right side up stair block to the side. We're going to pop one out to create an overhang, and then what we're going to do is we're going to flip around. We're going to add an upside down stair there as we have in the past. Next thing we're going to do is add a right side up stair here. Now this is where it gets weird, guys, but bear with me, just stick with me, you guys got this. So we are going to add actually not an upside down stair, but a right side up stair facing yourself. So there is going to be a lot of twisting and turning in this, so I'm sorry if it gets a little crazy, but you're going to actually add a right side up stair. Then above the stair we just placed, you're going to get your placeholder block. Put that down, so the red block is going to be there. Then we're going to come to the other side above this stair that is currently facing us on the right side of the placeholder block, and we're going to place an upside down stair. So what we're going to see from this angle is a C shape. So right here where my crosshairs are, I'm kind of outlining a little bit of a C shape. So then we're going to get rid of our placeholder block, pop that, we don't want that there. And we're going to come through and place an upside down stair just like so. So what this creates is a double C. So we have a C on the right side, and then we have a C on the left side, just like so. So that's really, really cool. Now we're going to want to just mimic that design going all the way up until we meet in the center. So going through that again, we're going to place a right side up stair. Then we're going to make these stairs go back to back by placing another right side up stair. Come to the front, place your placeholder block. Then we're going to go upside down stair, flip to the other side, get rid of that placeholder, upside down stair. And check that out. That's awesome. And you can see it starts to kind of work its way in. Looks really, really cool. So kind of quickening this up a little bit, going a little bit more speedy. We're going to go right side up stair, back to back, right side up stair, placeholder block, upside down stair, get rid of that placeholder block, right side up stair. There we go. And then on the farthest block over, regular stair facing upward, go back to back, placeholder block, upside down, get rid of that placeholder block, upside down. Now, one thing I will say is this roof is very tall, so I don't know if I'd put this on like a huge build. You can, it totally works, and I'll show you guys a picture later of something I built where it's actually on my Patreon server that I built my server spawn, and I used this roof. And you can see it on kind of a larger scale. We're just going to do regular stair there, regular stair, placeholder block, upside down stair, upside down stair. There we go. That is what that is going to look like. So right when they're about to meet in the center, right when they're about to touch, what you're going to want to do is come to the very top and add 2 stairs facing inwards towards each other, just like so. Then we're going to add a upside down stair facing forward towards us in the center of those 2. Then we're going to add a full block of stone brick, which I actually didn't grab, so let me grab that really quickly. We'll go boom right there, and then we'll flip around, do a backward stair so that adds a little bit of a point. So this is it, you guys. This is the roof. This is it's so cool. I can't stop saying that because I really enjoy this one. I just think it's really nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replicate this on the other side, and I'll be right back with you guys. So I wanted to fill this roof in with you guys a little bit because the way you fill this in is a little bit different. Well, it's not different than you would normally fill it in, but there's just a couple things to remember when you're filling in this roof. And the main key to this roof and make it look the way it's meant to look is to just follow the outline. If you follow the outline, you will be perfectly fine. So what you want to do when coming in and filling in a roof like this is you want to just see this little skeleton we have here. You just want to if you see an upside down stair, place an upside down stair. If you see a right side up stair, place a right side up stair. So normally I think what we do with roofs is we kind of tend to go back like this. We do sort of like just a staircase up. With this roof, you're not going to want to do that because it's going to look kind of funky once you start getting higher and higher because this roof is so steep. So you just want to go and follow exactly where the outline is. So upside down stair here. And that seems a little unnatural to put a stair on top of another stair, but once you go back, it'll create this transition, and you just want to keep following along this edge. So anything that's on the outside, you just want to place a block there and follow it along. So it's going to create this very jagged sort of roof there. It kind of goes, oop, it pops out, dips back in, pops out, dips back in. And I know you guys are awesome builders, so you got this. So I'm not going to explain it too much from this point on, but just following along, keeping going. You guys know what to do. So I'm going to finish this. I'll be right back with you guys to show you what this roof looks like once it is completely finished. All right, guys. So the last roof is complete, and this is what it looks like. Oh man, this is so cool. I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you guys get a little bit of inspiration, at least from some of these builds. That's what I really hope for, and I hope some of you guys try these out and build them in your own world. And if you'd like to, send me pictures on Twitter. My Twitter handle is NashCrafter. Also, I do have a Discord that is linked down in the description below. So if you guys want to join, I have a whole channel on my Discord for showing off like Minecraft builds and gaming photos and things like that. So send me some pictures. I would love to see these on your guys' build and see how you kind of make them your own and turn them into your own thing. Again, remember that all of these roofs, as long as you stick with the similar pattern or the same pattern, you could really build these on however big of a box or whatever you want. This build in specific, I did recently just build on my Patreon server. We just restarted my Patreon server for 1.14. So if you guys want in on a 1.14 Minecraft survival server, head over to my Patreon page. It's linked down in the description. Check it out, and you can see this build where I used this exact roof in real life. You guys can see kind of how I styled it a little bit differently. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys for watching this video and checking out my tutorial. I don't do tutorials often, but it's something that I want to dip my toes into, and I want to get a little bit better at, and I want to do a little bit more. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. You guys mean the world to me. I hope you all have a very beautiful, wonderful day. Check out my links down in the description box below. I have Instagram, Twitter, Discord. Check out my Patreon page if you would like to. I also do have a 1.14 Let's Play going on. It has been so fun. We've been diving into 1.14. So if you're into survival Let's Plays, you might enjoy it. So I recommend checking that out. But again, I will leave you guys here. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.